sugar in the system because it's affecting how you think. You understand? That is the next thing. Sugar put you to sleep. Like, you see, for a moment, it gives you energy, make you feel good. But within a moment, I call the juice.
You know, so I put you to sleep.
Yeah.
Put you to sleep.
You remember?
You remember class? You remember class first? You remember
You
those days?
can't learn.
After we finish
You have to look careful and
first
give it
session,
easy.
you knock out like a ball. That juice is sweet.
The juice was sweet.
Yeah,
You
it's
understand?
like your ball.
Yeah.
Yes, as you have just said, and that is true. But then I'm also thinking, why God, I want to say why did God create sugar, but God didn't, I know it's like it's a process they do to get it in that format, right? This man doing to get like the grains, the sugar, or whether it's white sugar also, right?
Yes?
So no, I was mixing it up. I was gonna say then what? I said why did God? Why does God?
But you answered the question already. All right. So even it is a process because sugarcane is an excellent food. Packed with nutrients. Packed with nutrients in it. You understand? And if you get some sugarcane, and you juice it and set it out in the sun and it evaporates, then you get the crystals from it. They're fine because they're packed with the nutrients still and they also have the fiber. You understand? But to make sugar, I remember in high school you have to do the process of how sugar is made. I had to do it for a history class. Alright? And you have to go through the whole process of how sugar is made. And looking at that process, there are so many chemical things that it has to pass through. By the time you reach into what we are getting as sugar, it is a chemical, it's not a food.
Right.
And it's going to affect you chemically. Alright?
Well, I would have given this at Akichi already, but one day I was cooking some food with some brown sugar. It threw away from me, and I swept out some outside. There was some still stuck inside the house in the grooves of the tile. So when I went to church and come back, I was expecting to see the place full of ants. Not one ants inside. So I said, alright, let me see if the ants take up the sugar outside. Nothing. And like 2 or 3 days after some rain, they have to come and wash it away.
And that is true. That is true because I did an experiment with that. Yeah, I did an experiment with that because I'd heard the story before. And I wanted to prove if anything really
But
goes
first
like
time I
that.
used to take sugar, so I'm very sure this now.
Yeah. So I did that experiment. What was it? I don't remember what I put on the thing down there. But I put the sugar and the ants make a line. And when it reaches, it go around like that. And then continue to go eat the other thing that I. So I put it right in line, thinking that the sugar would come first and they would take the sugar before going over. I'm trying to remember what was the thing I put. But the ants come, and they're going straight line. So they walk in that line, make a C around it, eat there, and then go about the pins and they didn't touch it.
And sis,
Go to the anti-sluggard.
yes, I did that too. The one that marked cane sugar, and the same thing. The ant would not touch it. I just put it on a clean air outside. I bought the sugar. It is called sugar in the raw, and I put it, and the ant went and ate it.
Sugar in the raw is a molasses. It is a molasses, the dehydrated sugar cane juice. That is the one. Right. They will eat it if such is the case. Alright, so your diet, our diet to a large extent is wrong. Bad. We eat too much man-made food and not enough of God's given food.
So true.
It's affecting us.
So true.
So does it affect, well, no doubt, it affects absorption then?
Because most of it is chemical, and the chemical has to be broken down before the body is not quick to digest things that is in there. right? So the body has to work, and it has to work a longer time to try and get rid of the chemicals that are in the product that we have before digestion can take place. And sometimes then the food sits too long in the stomach.
Yes.
And fermentation takes
Yes.
place.
Yes.
Fermentation is rotten food.
Yeah.
It's not good for your
Yeah,
system
so
after
true.
that. So we end up with sickness and diseases. Alright? As much as life with you, go to nature. Nature produces in abundance that which to take care of our health. Alright?
So are there like specific foods that you can eat, specific things that you can tell us that will help in the absorption process?
Eat yam and banana and dashing and cocoa and brown rice and pumpkin and
Sweet
chocho
potato.
and cucumber
Sweet potato.
and sweet potato and mango and apples and guinea and pineapple and carrot and peas and beans and broccoli and
So once you eat
Pak
all
chow.
of those, you're not supposed to have any malabsorption, nothing.
And the only thing that will happen, and I'm going to find it on your side and show you. Sometimes our food combinations, they're wrong. There's something God, anything God put us on them, we must not try to put together. Alright? So sometimes the combination of the thing is wrong, and because it is wrong, we can't get the nutrients. I'm going to show you some of them. Alright, as we go along. So we'll reach the diet.
Age have anything to do with it?
As we get older, your stomach will produce less digestive juices. It will do that. But because the Lord promised you that He will renew you are like the eagle. Alright? When the human body reach about 30, 31, 32, it's a different body you have, you know. When someone by 35, if you're pregnant, they call you Iris. You understand? Because the body has so changed over time that it is going on a decline. Alright? So by time, everything, when you see most of the time they advertise, hey, it's over 40, that and that and that. Yeah, because the 40 is like a deciding line for us. By the time you reach there, then the system itself, because we are halfway mark. Right? So things are going to be changing in your body. Alright? And no, you have to counteract it. This is the blessing that God has given us. That's why He gave us Psalm 103 verse 5. He said, I have satisfied your mouth with good things, so that your youth can be renewed like the eagle. What do we know about the eagle? The eagle of a life, what he does, when the eagle goes up to maybe about 80, and by reason of strength it can go longer. But when that eagle reaches 40 years old, it is getting halfway mark. The eagle knows that should it continue like it is, it's going to die very soon. So it will fly away to a remote place where there's no disturbance, and it will stay there. The first thing that it start doing is start use that because to go after and start. So
You have to work out everything first.
every single feather that is on him, because they get old now, and they can't let him soar as they would want to. So it take out every single feather from off him, and I listen to you, man. And then now after it's finished,
I'm answering.
all right. After it's finished with that, then it took off the foot. It take it what do you call that thing? Talons. Yes, and it will take it and it will take them up and knock off every one of them. Use his beak also to draw them out. It is a painful process, but it's for his own good. He knows that he has to do it. Good. So after he has taken off all that, the last thing to go is his beak. And he's going to find a rock, sharp rock, and he will go and he will beat that beak on it until it comes right off. And he's going to stay in that place 40 days or 60 days, most times 40 days. And he will go back, new talons, new feathers, new beak, right? And he's a brand new eagle. And then when he's ready, he's young and pussy again. Guess what? He move from there and he fly back. Nothing can stop him that time. Right? He has the years, but he doesn't have the symptoms of the years. You understand? That's what, you see, when I read it, I was so curious.
What are telling me? What is saying? It means that as we get older, you cannot continue to behave as if you are 20 something. You can't. You have to make decided changes. Even some of the food that you eat. Because they're not so easily digested anymore. You have to do something about it. When you were younger, you can't have 5 dumplings and you just brush them off and you're done. Now as you get older, that if your teeth is not the same there anymore. So sometimes you have to look at some of the things that you are putting in your diet. Alright? And you adjust yourself. Alright? But the Lord tell you something. Man failing. Man failed because man refused to be obedient to the word of God. The Lord said, I have satisfied your mouth with it. Go find God food. He gave you in Genesis 1 verse 29 and he gave it to you in Genesis 3 verse 18. They are right there. So he gave you fruits and vegetable, nuts and grains. And he said it's constituted that is best suited for us by our Creator. But most of the time we go to, you see meat, and I'm going to show what meat does to the system. Meat is hard to be digested. There is no fiber in meat. So when it goes inside of your system, it stays in there for a long time. Just sit down in there, just sitting and just spoiling and just sitting in the lining of your colon. Right? It doesn't have anything. And on top of that, fresh food. And what it does now, it does, because it doesn't have carbohydrate either. Right? And it doesn't have vitamins and minerals. Meat is pure protein. And then your doctor will say, no, you need some meat because you need the protein. And he will chastise you that you don't they are taking peas and beans and they are not full protein. Who told them that you need full protein in one meal? Who said? Definitely not God. Because what the Lord gave to you, he gave you rice, which have some protein, and he gave you peas that have some protein. When you combine them to make one dish, you have a full protein. Now, when you take meat, which is pure protein already, and you're going to eat some rice, which have some protein, and you're going to take, what else you eat with it? Yeah, same peas again that have some protein. You must have kidney problem. You must have kidney problem. You must have stomach problem. Because you're taking something that is full already. If something is full, it means that you can't take anymore. So how is it that you go and you're taking more things to make up on that which is already full already? You must see, the kidneys cannot handle it. And when I deal with a person with kidney problem, one of the first things they have to take them from meat. How to get it? Because they don't have the ability to digest it and the protein content is too high. So we have to move them from the meat. Then doctors always tell them eat the egg. Egg is a chicken. Egg is a full fold. And you have a full fold in there. So when you give that person that is pure protein and one of the things that make you grow and build muscles is cholesterol. So that egg is already packed up with cholesterol. Right? So when you take it, you are taking the full protein, you are taking one bag of protein, the high concentration of fat, right? And your poor little kidney and your liver can't deal with it. Anything happens to your kidney, your liver is destroyed also.
It's affect our walking frame and also.
What?
Walking, the things that you are eating that is not bad. When you
But
walk, I feel it. It affects me.
Well, it affects your overall being.
Yeah.
You will. You understand? So, I'm telling you, so when we tell the things, we can tell you because we have seen it before our own eyes.
Yeah.
We have seen the people who doctors just give up on them, all they lead them to do is just die.
Yeah.
You understand? And we have seen how using the things of God, they are able to come right around.
Yes.
You see? I remember this pastor's wife.
I believe it.
This pastor's wife, no, not this one. No, not this one. she when she came to see me, she looked like, she's a fair skin, very fair. And when she came to see me, she looked like polka dot. She was a teacher, like you. Right. So when she came, her skin was packed like when person have leprosy. Alright? She can't stand, and her skin, you see like her handbag, coarse like alligator skin. She was having a, and, she went to her doctor, they keep giving her things to rub on it, give her, as soon as it is finished, she gets sick again. It could not happen.
Serious case of dermatitis.
Yeah? And they say it was contact dermatitis.
Oh.
So, when she came, I was telling her that we have to clean out our system because the body is rejecting some of the things that's inside, and the body needs to be cleansed. Alright? And I told her that, cut out some of these things that is poisoning your body.
Yeah.
Your skin is a reflection of what is going on
Yes.
inside of you.
Yes.
You understand? So when you see your skin there, the skin not troubling you. And you trouble the skin. You put bad things in and the poor little skin have to try push, the body pushing it out, and the skin have to now absorb it. Alright? So I told her, you would have to do this and that. She said to me, listen to me. You sure you just can't put something together in one bottle and just give me to go and go drink and me get better? You see?
She used to tell the factory.
That's what she used.
Used to drugs.
He said, no.
Drugs don't kill.
I said, I can't do that. That is what you're used to. You have to go through the process of healing. Because if you get something and for the moment you don't have it, it's going to come back. So we have to clean up your system. Alright? So for this good part is that it was a holiday. So she was able to treat her. And go through. You see her body come back as clean. She changed her lifestyle. She had to. The cheese and the milk and the zipper meat, she had to take them out. Alright, and we do our detox and everything. Our skin come back clean up with no spot. You know what happened? You know what happened to her? Two of her fellow teachers came to us and said, listen, whatever you do to her, we want it too. Because she know everybody telling her she pretty and her skin pretty and everything. They came. So we said to her, you see it? What if I just give you something better to drink? Would God get the glory that way? No. I'm able to sit with your two teachers and teach them about the love of God in the consultation and clean them out nicely. You understand? She said, I bright and feisty. Anywhere you go to tell me, tell my story. You can even tell them my name too. Let them know and I can learn them. But she said, you can tell them. And she testified of it. You understand? She testified of it. Because if you're taking things that are packed with chemical, when you were small and chicken and goat and cow, is that different breed or something? This now?
Oh, these are just pure chemical. Chicken now is not really chicken. You know that? I'm telling you, it's not really chicken.
When you see the chicken first time, the 6 months, December coming, you have to have a fall for December. And from like September or October, that thing is taken out of the rest of them and put in a cook.
But you remember it was 3 week chicken.
3 week what? That little food, they take him, put in a cook, and then they give them vinegar and molasses and whatever. Right? And they clean out that fall. You see, by December, no, it become nice and big and fluffy and ready to eat. Yeah, I'm not eating it though. Not after seeing all of that. No, I would not eat it. Alright? But that's what I'm saying. You understand? Yeah, tell me about it.
And everything.
And it just heals itself. Yeah.
I don't put that in the soap that they
One brother testified yesterday. He said that he stopped. When he came in, he had a lot of back pain. And from he heard about the health message and changed his lifestyle and took out all of that, then his back pain just go. So he knows about it. The diet is important. Your diet can determine your salvation. And we should have learned that from Daniel and his companion. We should have learned that. Your diet affects your soul salvation. You understand? Look at what you are putting in your system. And then, after diet is your water. Water is crucial for the human body. You are mostly water. You see, as tall and shopping as Deborah is over there, if he should, God forbid, die, and you say you're going to cremate him, when you're done, I want a little bit of ash, so
That's true.
one little bit of him, most of it is water.
Most of it is water.
Water. Right? So the human body craves water, and therefore we must always try to put enough water in this system. Alright? It is important that the digestive organ shall not be overtaxed. There are many who keep the stomach continually at work. It is not opportunity, it has not opportunity to recruit its strength, and the result must be digestive disorder. You can't eat all the time. You eat this morning. Because after that you eat one little Guinness, or you eat one little something. You can't do that. When you're finished eating, leave the body alone. It has a work to do. It has a digestive work to do. Leave it. Let it do. It does the work that it is created to do. But if in between, say you eat breakfast at 9, and 12 o'clock you say, man, I feel peckish. Let me drink a glass of juice. Your food at 9 o'clock is not digested yet. It doesn't take 3 hours for digestion to be completed. So what happens now is that you pause at digestion and you go take the glass of juice that needs to be digested also. Right? And then the two mix up, because that's sitting down and you're waiting, and this new one has to do fermentation takes place. So you don't get the benefit from the first food that you eat, and you definitely don't get any from the juice you just drink.
3 hours after.
There's a study. Anybody have this little book called Of These You May Freely Eat?
But water, we're going to that we can drink water, say 2 hours
Yeah.
after. So,
No, because the digestive juices would have already broken down before. It's not because the digestion is finished, but because the digestive, what you don't want to do is to dilute the digestive juices.
So water would not have affected this system. Your system. No, after you eat and so, but you're not going to drink the water immediately.
2 hours later, yeah.
Any liquid.
No, 2 hours later you can have your water. Why? Because the digestive juices would have already broken down the food. But if it is juices that you did that way, what is going to happen now that they have to be digested? It has to be digested, it has to be broken down. And
They can drink juice right after eating, but not one.
it is best to drink it before you eat. If you drink it after, then you see, let me see if I can find this slide and show you. I want to show you something. I won't be able to go through all of it, but I just want to show you something. If you can get this right, many of the sickness that you human being have, you'll get over it. Alright, let me use this. Let me see if I have another picture. Alright, let me go.
You just have a picture of the small.
Yeah, let me use
Just
this
small.
one. Alright. You see, when you eat, sometimes we believe that you eat your food and it don't go into your stomach. It doesn't drop into your stomach. It's from here to here, it's going to take you a good half an hour. 20 to 30 minutes for food to move from here to go down into your stomach. If you drink, yeah, we normally believe that. If you drink after you have eaten, while it is going down there, you see the tylenol, the enzyme that works in your mouth, it is still working on that food. It's still working on them. Going right down. When it goes here, then the enzyme will change, the one that works in the stomach. If you drink some juice with that, what you do, you automatically just wash it right down here. And the breakdown, yeah, and the breakdown that should have taken place, it doesn't happen. No, if it has not broken down here, the stomach can't work on it. Because it has to be in a certain way so that the stomach can work. So this work would have been not done properly. So when it reaches here, so it can't be done properly. Right?
Too much work.
Yep. And then now, because you put the liquid there with it now, and the digestive juices are so diluted with what you just put it in there, it's going to sit down until it's trying to extract and take out too much liquid inside. Alright? And then now, from there, because it sit down so long and to go in here, right? Then it is not the broken down particular food, right? The bolus move from here, come in here, And you see right here, right across, I hope you can see it. You see that little bulb right here? There's a muscle right there. What it does, it locks itself while the food is churning inside of your stomach. So it will lock off here. When you're eating and this thing going down, this will close off, but this one will be open. When it is working on what is in there, this one close off, this one close off, and the stomach do its thing. But you know when they're working and breaking down and doing this thing, but you decide that you're thirsty.
Yeah.
And you go drink on it, once you take something in, automatically the stomach has to open. And the nice little work that it was doing down here, it have to stop. It have to stop. And this was made to come out at a certain time, but you break it, you slow it down now. So when it comes down, and guess what? You see when it is emptying here, you don't say don't let like 2 tablespoons at a time, little bits, so that the body can have the opportunity to add the other enzymes to it. In case there's any fat, right, that's going on, coming from the pancreas and the liver there and the bile, so it's going to add it to it now to break it down further. It is a slow process. You have breakfast this morning, leave your body alone. Give it that 5 hours or thereabout. 5 to 6 hours we are told.
But you know what I'm wondering though, when we drink soup, because there is a food that is mixed with the soup, the food plus the liquid, there is cereal too. Somebody just mentioned cereal. There is the hard part, the solid part of it, and there is a liquid. And when you drink coconut water and eat the meat in it, you know, what happens? Is it different from what you just explained? You understand what I'm saying? The fact that you mix the food with the liquid. Is it the same thing that happens?
All right.
With digestion?
So what the Lord expects us that if we're having soup, then it's going to be thick.
Yeah.
So that the body can work on it. Thick.
Oh.
Yes.
So broth?
So sick is
No
not.
broth?
So we
Broth
use
by
this
right
is,
does have food in it, you know.
Yes.
So you can have broth.
Alright.
Right? But if you're going to have soup, then soup is supposed to be, well, my mother used to call it spoon turn up. Yes, thick.
So
That one means if you're doing cereal, we do cereal wrong. You know what we do with cereal? We put the milk, drink off the milk, and then eat the thing. By right, you're supposed to just put enough milk in it to make a moisten what you're having. Yeah. So you're not supposed to be having this and that separate. She's out there. She's out there. You going with them?
No, this is going fast.
So what you're told, give yourself at least 2 hours before you drink any water and you have your juice is a meal. If you are going to have your juice, then have it before you eat. We have a bad habit, feed people and then give them one glass of juice. And most times that cold glass of juice will be quick. How long the cold juice? Maybe 15, depends on the stomach. If you have stomach problem, half an hour. If your stomach is alright and can take it up to 15 minutes, anywhere 15 to 30 minutes, you can have the dose before you eat. Alright? Because this liquid, it can quickly go through your system, and because the digestive system is up, you can continue. Alright? Oh, and by the way, let me mention, please remember, have some raw food before you have some cooked food. Try as best as possible to practice that. And not after. Do not eat any raw food after your cooked meal. It cannot be digested. It's called fermentation in your
Nuts
system.
are.
You can do your nuts because nuts are fat. Nuts are fat. So it is good to have them at the end of your meal. But you see, like when you have some fruits, it's mango time, and you go in there and you eat your dinner, and somebody come with a bucket of mango, and you decide to eat 3 and 4 mangoes after you have just eaten. That's hurtful to your body. Don't do that.
Eat the mango first.
Eat the mango first. Because what it does, it provides raw enzyme for your digestion.
Prepare the meal.
Yes, it does that. It's the forerunner, it's John the Baptist. Alright? But if you do it after, there will be no enzyme to digest that because you have already used up the enzyme in the digestive process. Alright? And it will cause fermentation. Your fruit before, you don't have to have it. You know, sometimes person tell you, eat your fruits half an hour. Remember what I say about this part? Remember what I say about this? I didn't mention this. You know why one of the things, the reason why your stomach stay open, it will give you about 20 minutes or 30 minutes, somewhere in there. If in that time you don't eat anything else, it accepts that you have finished eating, and therefore it locks off itself and starts a digestive process. So you don't need to say you have some mangoes and you're sitting down and waiting and it extended time before you eat again. You don't have to do that. Let it be your raw food, and when you're finished, you just continue with your meal. And remember this. See, like when you see your stomach, that's how food goes into it. Everybody says everything mixes up one place, it's not true. Your stomach has folds. So when you put something, it's going to go right here. You understand? And it's going to have, so inside of your stomach there are layers. Right? And it's going to be working in layers. If you see how your stomach move when you are digesting things. Right? So it works in layers.
The layers look like when I was growing up on my parents, it's like
The cold. The cold thing.
like a book like
Yes. That's what it does. Same way. The only difference is that in cold, they have four chambers inside of it. Oh, I was explaining that when you're eating, you don't leave any extended time between your meal. So you were asking about that the food thing, you eat it and then wait some time and then go back. No. Once you start your meal, just have your meal. As a matter of fact, you are told in Sunday, he said that whatever you're going to be eating should be presented on the table. Yes, and you take it from there so that you can eat what the system can hold. Yes. So you know, sometimes we eat something there, so and we wait and you get cheese or something.
But some egg really feel hungry and want to get stuck, you know. So you eat something until the major part of it is ready. For example, the fruits. And, you know, during that time when you're eating the fruits, you also prepare it the rest of the
Yeah,
meal.
but don't let it be any extended time. Once you start eating, as long as something is going on in your mouth, the pyloric muscle will stay open. Right?
Alright.
So don't leave and eat it and say, alright, this is your home. Dinner finish half an hour, you're back. No.
In the case of melon grow, I want you to do.
Oh yeah. Alright, so let's do, you were asking a question.
Yeah, I wanted to find out if raw food is confined to just fruits and vegetables.
But you have fruits.
So suppose I have a sweet potato, can I eat it raw?
Your system won't digest the starch easily. There are some things that the system does not have the ability to break down. So you see like pumpkin, you can have pumpkin raw. Because the concentration of starch is less than like a sweet potato. A sweet potato you can expose it to sunlight and let it be baked in there. Yeah. Carrot is hard for the body to digest. Very hard. Yeah, we eat it, you know, not that we don't eat it. But I'm saying that the system, it cannot be easily digested. We don't have it.
Even the shredded one?
Even when it is shredded, it's not the food itself, you know. It is the cells that are in there. Our bodies can't break them down, so they sit in you for a long time.
Is there a difference between the cooked carrot and the raw carrot?
Yes, there's a big difference. Where nutrients is concerned, you get more nutrients from a cooked carrot than a raw carrot. Yes. One of the main nutrients you find in carrot is vitamin A, you know. But vitamin A, carrot is a fat-soluble food.
You get it raw.
So when you eat it raw, you will not be getting as much vitamin A because your system can't break it down that way.
So what did you make the juice?
So even when you make the juice, what happened with it? Remember now we are talking about cells. So you see juice, but inside of juice there are cells, little cells inside. And your system cannot open so you can get the water out of it. Alright? But you are not getting from it the nutrients that is locked inside of your cell. So I say to person, if you're making green juices or carrot, use them as medicine, not as food.
Suppose you steam the carrot and
Yes, if you steam it, then you can blend it and you get a whole more nutrients out of it. And the digestive system is better for you. Please don't boil them. Oh, let me mention this. Wait. Hold your thought a minute. Sleep. Stop boiling the food.
True, man. True.
When you boil them food, you're not
All of
getting no
the steam when you
nutrients.
say go out of the
You're not getting no
yeah.
nutrients. You're eating pure trash.
Yes.
Steam your food. Right? Until it is soft. When you put it on, turn down. Right? Turn down the stove low and allow it. You have got children now, you mustn't cook in haste.
And you know, say it's far nicer, but you
And it
steam
tastes so much
See the
better.
pumpkin?
Yes, and the sweet potato. Yeah. And you can do it with every food. So you put it, you let the water boil up. Put your harder one at the bottom. So like your yam and maybe your green banana.
Yeah.
Right, and then you layer it. You put the sweet potato, then put the pumpkin on top.
Whatever, yeah.
Right? And you layer it and let it slow cook itself. So you can't wait till you die of hunger. You say, why? Let me run go cook. You understand? Yeah. And I don't cook brown food with salt.
Neither do I.
You don't need to.
Don't need
It's coming
to.
from the soil and the salt is
already?
sodium is rich in it already. So
course.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
Alright? But learn to steam.
Steam.
You can't have when you finish with one pot of water still leave. And it better you throw away the food that you just cook and drink out the water.
You understand?
It's
So true, my
part of it.
sister.
You understand? And if you have done it, use up that water. Make something from it. Alright? Make some gravy, some sauce from it. Okay? Alright. What else I was saying about this? Let me show you something else. I want to. The digestive tract is about 30 feet long. And hold it for some and the Lord just curl it around because the food, the digestion process must be slow. The Lord is not in any haste. Alright? Alright? It must not be fast. That is true. Alright, I want to show you something. Listen, the benefit derived from food does not depend so much on the quantity eaten as on its thorough digestion, nor the gratification of taste so much on the amount of food swallowed as on the length of time it stays in the mouth. If we cut and swallow, as what Mama said, then you're not getting the nutrients from it. Have you ever eaten a guinea seed, swallow a guinea seed?
Yes.
Go and throw
Yes.
it up back. Bring it up back.
You need to get, you got to it and the same guinea seed come out.
Yeah, come out. Come out. Any seed that's
Yes.
come out. Any seed that
Anything that's not broken down by the
it
mouth.
comes right out.
Ola.
No man, it's a something cool.
And if you want to like
Yes man, it come back out.
yeah, but
Food. But even no, but look at him. Say you do boiled corn.
Yeah.
If you don't sit down and chop your boiled corn,
come out all the same
you don't just can't break.
Yeah.
You understand? So if you got two things a bush, you will grow. Yeah. You understand?
You boil, so you're not gonna grow.
Anything that's not broken down in your mouth cannot be digested by the human body. That's why I said food are on the length of time. The longer you can sit and chew your food, the healthier you will be. You understand?
More going from than rice because we never tell you to rice.
Oh, rice, we drink rice. Hey, people don't eat them go Alright? Alright, how much food your stomach can hold? Over 8.5 cups. Right?
half cup of plenty that.
Over 8.5 cup of food. So your stomach can extend to do that. No, this is the part I want to say. My time is my meal time, so we have to stop here. Alright, look at this. You see your stomach? Your stomach, the gastric juice that you get inside of your stomach for digestion. It is saying to you 1.3 to 3.5. In other words, what it's saying, your stomach can be very acidic. An acidic stomach is needed for the digestion of meat. But the more acidic your stomach is, the more destructive it is to your stomach. Your stomach wall. When you take a vegetarian diet, then your stomach is going to go about 3.5. It will move from maybe 3 to 3.5. So it is more alkaline. So it is easier on your stomach and easier on your digestion. That's why God says satisfied more people. Not give anything too much of. When meat come along, the Lord say that I'm going to, when you eat it, it's I'm going to require it back at them. Then I can do all of them explanations. I'm going to require it back at your hand. It's going to kill you.
This stomach should not be altogether alkaline. It has to mix with some amount of acid.
This stomach is not one. This stomach move on a continuum. So there's a place that it is where it is comfortable for digestion. When you start your raw food, it's going to tell your body, what are you eating? Am I having a fruit meal or am I having a vegetable meal? Never ever mix fruits and vegetables in the same meal. You cannot eat cucumbers and tomatoes with lettuce and broccoli and whatever, and carrot.
So we have to treat tomato and cucumber as a fruit for you.
They are fruits. They are fruit. Fruits, as given in the Word of God, say that anything with the seed on the inside, they are fruits. Alright? And should not be combined. Concerned Adam Cody said it should not be combined with vegetables. Why? The enzymes that are needed to digest vegetables, they are different from those that are used to digest fruits. If you put both of them together, who is going to take precedence?
Confusion in the house.
Confusion.
Have two enzymes in my stomach.
And one stomach you have, you think you're animal? Alright? So when you put there's confusion, Babylon system taking place in you. Confusion. You're not getting any nutrients from any of them. You're not getting any, so the food that you eat that way is fermentation and it did you no good. Yes. So have one meal with your fruits and at another meal do your vegetable.
Yeah, that's kind of serious. Because my sister just said a while ago. So I tell me some I have my dinner no vegetable. And I have a nice avocado here and I can.
That's why they say he that serveth for the master is temperate in all things. So even though you have it, the principle says that you do not combine the two together. So you put up your nice spear and can't wait for tomorrow morning to come. It is good to have more fruits. Fruit is better in the morning. Why? Because fruits are cleanser. No, see another reason why you don't mix them up. Fruits by nature, they are cleansers. They clean out your system. So in the morning, when your body goes through a lot of things throughout the night, it is good to clean it out. So fruits will do an excellent job of that. I know. So clean it in the morning, yeah. Yeah, clean it up. So in the afternoon now, vegetables are builders, they are system builders. Man body was breaking down, so it is good now that God gave us a vegetable so that we can rebuild your system. So morning you do your food with whatever you're having for breakfast, and in the afternoon you have your vegetable with whatever you're having. Alright? I think I can have to start.
So that what you're saying in the morning, like in the breakfast, the coming out of a fast, right? So having foods, which after that, how you work with that with some strong foods that tender, as I said, so you're not strong enough to carry on. If you are at home, like,
Oh, no, don't just eat the fruits, you know. You're having the fruits before you have your breakfast. Yeah. And please remember that, unless you're on a fast, say you're doing a fruit fast or something, don't do the improvised diet. Don't just say fruits is your breakfast. It's not no breakfast. It's a precursor to your breakfast. You're hungry. And what you're going to do, you're going to eat. And you're going to be setting up bad precedent for your body.
So that, what kind of smoothie that comes in?
If you're doing a smoothie, then do it as a breakfast.
That's a complete thing.
That is a complete. Like some morning I'll do that. So I'll have the fruit in there. And then I put on some nuts and some oats and things. Just make it a one.
Is a complete
A one meal.
Yeah, I tell you.
Yeah. And that's older that even in the afternoon, you still don't feel.
Yes, it's right.
Yeah, older, right? Alright. So I think I'm going to stop right here. I think you have had enough that you can make changes. Oh.
You want a card? I'll give it to you.
I know.
I'm going to go on to the food demonstration.